And we are live from Auto Club Speedway for the second race tonight of the Sim Racer Hub Challenge. Doug Newbigging dominated the race before, and it looks like Bron Nola is sitting on top of the board currently. It's like, hopefully that was frozen, but it will load in as that, looks like it has just ended, so I will let that sit there. It's like it just kind of cut when these drivers went back down pit road, but everybody is out right now. Looks like Doug is still on the track currently, so he's putting his lap in. I don't think he's ran a lap yet. You see John Brummer. I believe this race they will have about 16 drivers in here, as I'll just refresh this to make sure that it is wanting to show up correctly. Hopefully it will here. I think. There it goes. So I just had to refresh that overlay to make sure it wasn't frozen on itself. I believe it just kind of was a weird spot where it decided to load like that. But Doug, he got really loose off that corner there. Something I might kind of kill his lap, but I'll bring up some track facts here while he's having some fun out there trying to put down his qualifying lap currently. So race info for this race. You know, this is a track that you wouldn't think eats up tires like it does, but this thing will chew them up. It will really abuse tires. 2-mile track. I saw races come down to pretty much fuel at the line. So that could very well be a factor here, as I'll have to look over how many laps this is very, very quickly. Need to look at that a little bit before this happens. They're scheduled. This race is, I believe, 100 laps. No, 75 laps, 150 miles. So 25 miles less than New Hampshire was, but still about a mile bigger. So it's probably about the same amount of time here. But you saw Douglas last race. That dude, he just dominated. I mean, that's really all that can be said at that point. He just killed the whole field out. Yep, and he goes to the top of the board on that lap too. So he'll be starting from the pole in 2 races back to back. So he's definitely on fire tonight. And I believe if you win back to back races, you get a $50 bonus or something like that here. Believe so, as I'm looking at the race at Watkins Glen in the NASCAR series. That's pretty fun. Oh, and iRacing, that is. I want to get my streams to look like this. This is amazing. It's just so cool. But I believe the qualifying is actually probably closing at this point. So we'll have to wait to go through that. Yep, there it was. Just finished, but every driver was there. We will have 17 drivers tonight. Anthony Thurber is race control, so he does not count, sadly. We still love you. But here's the starting order here. Doug Newbigging first. Bron Nola second. Michael Garone Jr. third. Gabriel Elson fourth. John Peel fifth. Joseph Plager sixth. Stu Leslie seventh. James Nelson eighth. Brandon Zimmerman ninth. Andy Trapano 10th. Joey Okapin 11th. John Brummer 12th. Zachary Hockemeyer 13th. Doug Denise 14th. 15th. Anthony Thurber. That is race control. Excuse me. Gosh, Gatorade. 15th will be Math Ayla. I'll just make these drivers at one position. And 16th, Jimmy Emos. I believe it's how Amos. I believe it's how you say his name. That's a cool last name from him. I'm not sure how to say it, as I'm not very good with last names to begin with. But that's the starting grid here at Auto Club. Auto Club is a track you can, get in pretty hard most of the time. You can kind of run the top lane. You don't really. I mean, you can. It's weird. I mean, it really is. It's just, I don't know. It's awkward, really. Ooh, that's something I'm going to want to do. Round 1, Homestead. Oh, yes. I will keep a mark on that there for DeSaul. Notification for eNASCAR College. Hopefully it's not in the trucks, though. Hopefully it's in the next gens, because I love the next gens. I'm a next gen junkie. I will go ahead and say that. I love the next gens. I hate the gear shift. I don't like the sequential. Wish it was a H pattern. But I like how you can just kind of beat on each other now. And I think that it was definitely, a good addition to NASCAR. I don't think that it definitely got issues, but it's going to happen with every new vehicle that they add. But see if Doug can do a repeat, that will just be insane. That'll truly just show the amount of speed that he has. I mean, he just believe he's had 2 wins so far, so he's gotten some wins this season already. But he is just, oh Lord, that man's had some. He's had some fun, that's for sure, no doubt about that. New Biggins will have the 70 of Brian Knoll to his outside. Brian didn't do terrible last race. Didn't do great. 29 was going good. Then got in the wall. Or got him and the 38 made contact. So he kind of had to throw that race out the window. He'll be behind New Biggins. The 70 will have the 27 of Gabriel Elson behind him for some help. So hopefully he will have a teammate that will work with him. It looks like we've got 2 race control people in here. 569 is probably race control. Also, I believe, possibly knowing that this track is a little bit bigger, but they'll be getting the green flag here. Lights are off on the pace car. So, coming green very, very soon. New Biggins going to lead him. You can't beat the leader back to the start-finish line at the start of the race. Got to be very careful about that. Looks like New Biggins going to get out a little bit farther ahead of him. Wait, Geico restarts, and he's going to go now. 60 gets a better. He actually gets a great jump on it. He doesn't get a terrible one. It looks like he might get even with the 20 or with the 7 here. He's going to try to come down side draft. You can see him trying to get to his quarter panel. He's not there just yet, so I don't think he can really make that much of an impact, but he's going to fan out here. Driver's going to go 3 wide. You can really go 3 wide. 38's already putting a 3 wide to 83, 75. Up top, 83 on the bottom. 38's going to squeeze his way through that. He's already making the 3 wide move, and it's not even the end of the first lap, so he's got a truck that he wants to get up there with and start moving for sure. He doesn't want to have to deal with that at all. He wants to get it going there, buddy boy. Might as well do it. You got some smoke up there. Somebody might have gotten loose. Oh, looks like that might have been the 7 that got loose. He's all the way in the bottom. He's slow. That must have been the smoke that I saw. Somebody got loose in the corner. I think he tried to get on the gas a little bit too hard because that bottom is very flat, but they're 3 wide behind him. 77, 93, 38, all 3 wide. It's only lap 2, and these guys are using all the track. Now, Auto Club is a pretty wide track, so they do have the room for it. For sure, the 77 just slides up in front of the 93. Thought there was going to be contact. That was almost bad. That was almost terrible for him. You wouldn't really... I think that the draft here, too, will definitely play a factor here, knowing it's a high horsepower, low horsepower, high downforce package. Draft will definitely come into play. That can help stretch the fuel mileage for these guys also. So that can come into a big factor. 7's going to try to make his way back up through the pack, try to go below 29. Looks like all those Roasted Gems coffee trucks are going to try to work there. Nope, they're going to actually leave the 7 out there. So they're 3 wide again. That is the 87, 75, and 83. We're just 3 wide there for about half a second. They sort that out pretty quick. They're about to make it 3 wide again here very soon. These guys do not care if it's... Oh, it's 7 slides up right in front of the 29. Thought he was going to get turned there. That was incredibly close between those 2 drivers. But these guys are pretty much bottled up back here at this point. They're in a weird position for sure. See, I'm just looking to make sure these cameras are all, yep, they are all the same here. But they're going 3 wide again. 75, 38, and 83. Not 38. That is the 87. Sorry. They're going 3 wide again. So they're racing back here. They don't even care. It's 4 laps into the race, y'all. And they're already going 3 wide. The 17's got a good bite in that corner. He's going to get past 83. It's going to get that 3 wide situation sorted out there pretty quickly. But up here, they're running pretty much nose to tail. Looks like the 7's actually shoving, or the 27. No, sorry, the 70's shoving the 7 up there. Trying to get them going as these trucks, I'd say, probably will work together here. I don't think they'll be racing each other too incredibly hard. I think it's it'll be pretty calm between these drivers up front. I think they're going to be really going at it. I wouldn't see the point going at it up here, but the 29's going to try to get in front of the 38. He's right in the front of him. That's going to be... Now, whenever that happens, I always get really nervous, but these guys are... Oh, gosh, they're going at it back here. They are going at it. The action's back here, really. 40, 88, 93, 20, 75, 87, 83, and the 17 all pretty much bunched up together, just racing under here. The 40's trying to get under the 20 of Joey Okapin. Oh, he gets tight, washes, almost makes contact. I don't know how he didn't make contact with the 20 there. That was incredibly close between those 2 drivers. For sure thought they were going to touch. 40 doesn't get a good run. He's going to go down in front of the 88. Looks like 83 is trying to side draft the 17 up here while this is going on. Stu Leslie and Brandon Zimmerman going at it. 70's gonna just... Oh, he's not clear quite yet. Almost clear of him, just not in time. But Newbiggin is trying to go under the 27. He's alone, though, so gonna be getting more of a shallow entry there. It's gonna be hurting him. Not too badly, though. He's gonna actually get a pretty good bite off the bottom. He's gonna get under the 27, side draft him as well as he can. They're going to run up on the lap truck of the 569 of Jimmy Emos. Looks like he probably missed the start of the race, if I had to guess. But this is going to come into play. If Newbiggin can get a toe off this 569, it's going to change everything as he's slow in the middle of the track. That is not good for those drivers. They all split him, though. Oh, the 29 has to actually go up the track a little bit more. I almost ran into the back of the 569 there. But, gosh, they are going at it. Wow, they're just all just going at it at this point. I'm surprised they're being this racy this early on. Drivers just do not care. The 20 of Joey Okapin. 7's finally gotten the lead back. Lost it early, but the 27's going to come right back at him and try to get it. He doesn't have his quarter panel. Now he does. Stays away. Doesn't get the side draft. 7 looks like he realizes that goes up to the wall. Kind of wants to hold him up there. Doesn't want to let him have a clean entry. That 27 all the way up. That's way out of the groove there. He gets a monster of a run off the corner. 7 looks like he's going to try to go down the block. 27 follows him, so he decides to trail him. Oh, he makes contact. Almost puts a 7 into the wall. Almost hooked Newbiggin. Elson almost had catastrophe there. Newbiggin's going to dump in right behind him. Sorry, jumping, not dumping right behind him. He's going to go try to pull the crossover move. He's going to try to get away from Ellison. Ellison's going to realize that, go down to side draft him. He's saying, you're not getting away from me just yet there, buddy. I'm going to come to you. 38's going to get a huge run. 27 goes up and blocks and sees that. That's what happens when these drivers get side by side together. You can't pull out in front like you would want to because that side draft is such a big deal. The 38 is ripping that high line. He is up against the wall running that Larson line. Going to get a good run down the back stretch. We'll go back here. These guys have pretty much decided to go single file. Finally, they decided not to race each other as hard as they were. As I said, the 20 is going to try to go under the 40 again. Not quite there yet, so it's going to be a really hard entry. Might have wanted to wait just a little bit more. Actually gets a pretty good exit. 38 gets a good exit under the 27. He's got to run down the back stretch. Looks like the 7's going to help his teammate in the 27 up there. Both Roasted Gems coffee trucks. Well, they're trying to go after each other. Excuse me, y'all. I just... Powerade. Good Lord, I don't know what it's doing to me right now. But they're going too wide back there. Looks like for 3 rows. Oh, my Lord, they're going at it. 75, 77, 87, 20, 40. All going at each other at this point currently. Really only 2 battles going on. 75's trying to wrap that bottom. Probably slowing down these guys up front. Going to try to get in front of the 77. If he can slide up now, he can... Oh, he's not quite clear just yet. No, he's not quite clear. That 7 looks like he's just kind of pulling that 27 along. This is going to be extending that 27's fuel mileage just a little bit. You wouldn't think it would be a huge factor here, but it can come into a factor more than you would think that it would. And it's kind of cool to see how fuel strategy plays out. Now, I'm a driver that when I'm in pit road, I'm going to run that thing empty. It's going to be pretty much sputtering coming to pit road. I'll run it to where it has about a lap left, and I'll come down pit road. I like, knowing that I've got fresher tires than everybody now. Certain situations will call for different calls. That 17 has fallen back 5 positions. 93 has fallen back 9. The biggest gainer so far is Andy Trapano. He's up 7 currently. A lot of drivers kind of flip-flop positions, but that 17 has been struggling. Let's have a pass for a lead. 27 trying to go to the outside of the 7. 7's going to give him that lane. Is Auto Club. I'm outside AutoZone. Auto Club is a extremely wide track too. So these drivers can really get all over it and use pretty much any lane that they want at this point. They can really go anywhere. But you really want to stay tucked in line. You can see at 27, he's chasing Newbiggin's tail. He wants to be right behind him most of the time so he can get the draft off him. It's like he kind of blows that corner, though. 38 might... Yep, there comes that 38 in frame. He's going to try to power under him, but I don't think he's going to get a good run on the bottom. Looks like, Ellison gets a pretty good run off the top lane. My feet are going numb from sitting like I am. I don't care, though. Oh, they're numb. No. But, they're still going at it back here. 77 under the 40, 88. trying to get around these guys. 88's trying to work up from his starting position in 10th. Currently, he's up 3 right now, so he's not done a terrible job so far. He's been quiet, calm. Don't have to do anything too drastic. But these guys in front of him are kind of going at it. The 20 and the 87 want to go at each other. Currently, the 20 is going to slide up in front of the 87 now. Cut his nose off, get him a little bit tight. Sometimes some drivers get loose. 87 is going to give him a bump, though. Decide not to try to go around him. Be careful. You don't want to hook him. It's a little bit hard to hook these guys and these vehicles. 20, 75, 87, all these guys back here. 83 is running that high line. Now, you can kind of run multiple lines here. You can run up high. You can run down low. You can get a run in different areas, but that 7's starting to pull away now from these guys. It's like, oh, tries to squeeze up. You see somebody pull across there. That was a 20 back there. I think he saw the 75 try to squeeze up, and it just wasn't clear. Lifted off the throttle, went down to not get into the back one. That was almost catastrophe for him. That could have been absolutely horrible if he didn't realize that in time. See that 27 chase him back down now. Ugh, good Lord. College, not fun. Where's he out? He's definitely going to be trying to hang on him here. He's got to hold on to some hope that he has. That sounds weird. Got to hold on to some hope. Oh, that's when he gets tied on the bottom. I think he might have saw the run that the 87 got and gave him the room there. Tucks back in right behind him, decides to do the draft. 7, God, if he can do back-to-back, that will just be amazing overall. I mean, that truly will be amazing. It's like I've got some frames that are dropping here somewhere, you all. Figure out what is dropping my frames here. Currently do not know what that is. Let me look through my settings currently. Make sure. Looks like it's only a 0.3% drop of frames, but it's too bad right now. That might actually be normal for what it's having. Yeah, the stream looks completely fine. I just want to make sure that everything is looking good for you all. Just want to make sure that it's looking good on this tablet here. But that 27's trying to get to the bumper of him right now. Currently, he's not letting him go. That's for sure. They're all pretty much running in line. I think this is what they're going to do for most of the remainder of this race. I don't think they're going to be trying to pass each other, or not. Well, not at least they'll try pit stops. They can probably go. See if they do what they did last race. They'll go to about lap 40-ish. Maybe you can pit on 30, kind of short pit it. That's if you want to. You don't have to necessarily. It's certainly an option. Though these guys are just they're all running pretty much in a line right now. Just deciding to do that, we'll not blame them. I believe I may know what it could be here. So I'll see. Actually, I want to see if the broadcaster that I think is in this is in here. So I'm going to go mute my mic here a little bit, but we will go on board with the 7 of Doug Newbiggins up here. I'm not speak apparently sometimes. We all had some good sound there. That was not the broadcaster that I thought would have been in there, so I was kind of sad when I didn't realize that was somebody from HSR. That this is on streaming services. But back here, the 75's gotten some damage, so drivers definitely getting into each other. But they kind of decided to sort it out here a little bit. 88, he is making his way up through the field. He's up 5 positions currently. Goes around the 87, makes quick work of him. He is running about 43-second laps. So not very far off pace for sure. But I think the draft is what these guys up here are experiencing because they're running about 42 70s, 42 8s. Oh, that's going to be really tight off the corner there. Surprise. Yeah, you can see him. I think this is really just the draft that you're seeing here currently from these guys. Just deciding to stay in line with each other most of it. like he actually lifted off a little bit earlier there at 38's on his bumper. Looks like we got the 20 and the 83 kind of went at it here for just a little bit. Looks like everybody's pretty much sorted out. 75. So that's the 29. Oh, all right, who's that back there? I believe that was the 31 of Matthew. Yep, he's going to the bottom of the 75. 75's gotten into the wall. See if he's running the high line. Looks like, yeah, he looks like he is. So he probably got in there just a little too hot, little too hot for his liking. That's something that's always going to happen. You're going to try to be running that wall as good as you can in that race, but sometimes it'll reach out and grab you for sure. As it looks like HSR is trying to put on some Halloween event here. Trying to look at looks like I've kind of caused some disruption in the Discord. That's why I was looking here. So I went quiet for just a little bit. But these guys up here, up front, pretty much running the exact same spot. So they've just been very, very content with doing what they're doing currently. Looks like they've gotten another pack here. The 29, the 20, and the 83 have kind of formed their own little pack. So maybe they can go catch these guys up here. It'll be 3-on-3 basically. Actually, about to be 4-on-3. They can catch the 70. They probably will here very soon. That's for sure, because the drafts is just such a huge factor. It'll definitely play into it. I need to look at, actually. No, I know what I was looking now. Looking at why I've got a maybe overheating issue. As I will make sure. That looks like it may be just a connection issue here, so might just be something with internet, but it definitely should not be. But drivers just pretty much running choo-choo train everywhere they are, running in a pretty much straight line. Not much passing going on now. I think they've kind of gotten over that. 93, he's the biggest loser so far. He has lost 9 positions. So hard night for him, that's for sure. Not the night that he's wanted to start off. See, it looks like that. Who was that on the? That was a 569 all the way on the apron. What has happened to him there? It might have gotten loose. Hey, listen, might have gotten loose. He has some damage on his right side, so if I had to guess, it's probably from him just scraping the wall for half a second. There's no harm, no foul. Well, actually, there is with these trucks, because knowing how these things drive, they don't like much contact with the wall. It's something that's just very, very, very picky with them. High or low horsepower, high downforce. Any amount of damage that's creating any more drag than what these trucks have is gonna hurt you for sure. See, these guys running in almost a straight line on that top lane, just all deciding to run, wrapping that top. This is kind of a multi-lane track. If I was the 27's got some damage too. What's that from there, buddy? Did not catch the damage that he got there. That's kind of odd to see where he got it from. It's kind of a guess. That's definitely some odd damage there. It's not. It's definitely hurting him because that's pretty heavy on the right side. So if I had to guess, probably got tight off of a corner, maybe overshot the entry to one, tried to get in a little bit too deep, and just kind of slid up and hit the wall. I don't know what was happening there to him. That's kind of an odd place for damage there. '93's trying to get around the 17. He's going to get a good run off that corner. Looks like he's got some damage also. Let's make sure I'll go from a rear chase. That's not the truck. Actually, they've all got damage here. You can see just below that Chevy symbol to the left, his spoiler's bent back a little bit. So he's definitely got some damage. Looks like he just barely tapped somebody's. That's what you can kind of expect here. But looks like what happened to the 27 here? Oh, sorry, he was up here before. Looks like that damage kind of has Definitely slowed him down. 38's trying to get to the outside of the 7. 7 leaves the outside open for him. That 38's going to have a huge run coming off this corner here, so it's going to be difficult for him to block. I don't know why he would leave that open, but he does. I guess he must feel more comfortable on the bottom, as he has ran a weird line the race before. I don't know how he was running that, but he was running, you know, almost like the exit of pit road, surprisingly. It'll be interesting to see if he changes that line or if he keeps it the same this whole entire race. Yeah, so here we go. That's what I want to see here. I'll let the camera choose where we go here. Like it's going to be focused on Doug Newbigin. It'll pan through. Goes to the 88 at Braun Knoll, back to the 70 and the 83. 29 and 20 are all in this pack. Picked up 5 trucks with them. It's definitely in a pretty good spot for some of these drivers. I think that, you know, you could pretty well get it on field, but we got Doug and Andy going back at it. Looks like Andy's going to try to get it for half a second. Doug's going to have pretty much the preferred line, as I would kind of want that top lane, I'd say. Put a little bit more power down, a little bit, well, not really a lot sooner, but you can put it down a lot more than that inside lane. The inside lane's kind of pinched off. Already got so much wheel into it. Andy kind of lets him go at 27. I think that damage is finally starting to hinder him. We'll see where he has it exactly on his vehicle. He's got it in there. It's like on his right fender. That looks like that was probably contact with the wall, if I had to guess. Normally do not see that type of damage. To the 40. Oh, 40 got incredibly tight there. You see that gold truck, that's a 31, has to swoop right under him not to hit him. Driver's getting tight off the exit. 93, 70, 75, and 90 or 17. All kind of in a pack. 93's trying to get in front of 17. That very well could have got him turned there. If he was not careful, that could have been very, very bad, as the 93 almost pinches the 17 down. That 17's not going to be happy with that 93 for sure. Probably going to be a little bit angry, and I would not blame him for that one bit. The 7's trying to break that. You can see that 7. He's trying to break that draft from that 90 or from that 38. He does not want him behind him like he is for sure. He's trying to get around, trying to get away from him. Does not like him being behind him. You get very well away from him. Pretty much trailing him at this point. I think that's all one option that he really has. To the 569, that is not a lap truck, so it's kind of a no-brainer for these guys. 87, 31, and 40 are all running in that pack. Back here, 77, he's all lonesome by himself. 90, actually, he could be picked up by the 70 or from the 93 here. Come very soon. We'll have a chance to join with the group, not feel so alone here. I think he'll probably snatch up that opportunity when he gets the chance for it. I'd do the exact same thing if I was him. The 38 has gotten a gap now between him and the 7. That's a gap that I would not think that would be formed that fast. He was right up on the bumper, the 7, earlier on. Might have realized I'm going to lay off. Kind of confused why that happened, though. It's very odd. I didn't see that happening. At the 83, he's trying to get around the 29. He does it now. We'll see how much time these guys are gaining currently. So they're not running. They're not too slow. I think that Douglas has to save his tires a little bit better. You know, Douglas did say at New Hampshire he likes these long runs a lot. That's what he prefers to do, and I don't blame him. I like long runs also. I'm more of a long run driver. I'm not somebody who can go out there and drive the wheels off. Well, I can, but it's not what I like to do. Say that. That's it. Trying to find some camera packs here get you a little bit of a better view of some of this stuff, just for broadcast. I want to get you all some better ones. So, what I'm really looking forward to is just getting y'all just a little bit. Right now we're running the default iRacing. Default iRacing. No, it is not terrible one bit. Definitely is good, but there's just some things that I think that we're missing out. We're missing out on. So I'm gonna try to get those better. Just be a little bit better shots, a little bit different views that y'all wouldn't normally see, really. I'll have to find where I can get these, though. I do not know exactly. I believe I was sent one from another broadcaster. I have to see. I believe it was Biggles, the man that I broadcast with in HSR. I believe he sent me some. Yes, he did. No, that's not what I need. I have to look that up later. I'm not gonna deal with that during this race. We got a caution on the track. What is this about? So I'm looking here. Maybe back here, if I had to guess. I'll pause it here and I'll go. Oh, yep, it was back here. So it looks like it happens in front of this. We're looking at the 93 right there, I believe. So happens in front of, was it the 5, 6? No, it wasn't here. Where was this at? We saw smoke there for half a second from the 90, or in front of the 93. Like he's slowing down already. It looks like it's the 70 of Braun Knoll. It took me a little bit to find that. Oh, he hits the, he clips the apron. That sends his truck sideways. It's like he doesn't make he makes slight contact with the wall. It's going to hurt his rear end, though. It looks like he just clipped the apron there ever so slightly. But this will make pit stops for everybody. I believe they can go to the end from here. So, one pit stop, and this should be the one pit stop of the race for these guys. We'll see if they go down. They can't go. No, they can't go down this time. Sorry. The road's closed. We'll see who bites it. I think everybody will come down, though. I don't think anybody's going to stay out. That kind of be a weird call from some of these drivers to stay out. Yeah, it looks like everybody will come down pit road currently. It's a good call from most of them. Don't think anybody's going to stay. It looks like the 70, he will stay out. I believe he got lapped. Don't believe he'll get the wave around, though, because he was the cause of the caution. Just trying to remember what iRacing... Oh, I'm watching the iRacing stream. They just took each other out. That was a dirty move from that driver right there. That's not going to be a popular move. For sure. I think Garrett Maines is in here. I'm just trying to check here. But these guys are going to go pit stop. Looks like the 29 misses pit stop right there. Just got to look through this here while these guys are in their pit stalls. Pretty much going to be the same way he came out. Yep, looks like 7's going to beat these guys out. Like I thought that he would. He didn't have any trouble there for sure. Clean in and clean out. Trying to see who this 31 truck is here. Yep, so that is one of the mains. So that is one of the drivers that is in the NASCAR Cup Series, but no. Drivers come out the same. One caution so far caused by Braun Knoll just getting up on the apron, or on the apron. And just get a little bit too much of it, trying to get too greedy with it. Sends him around, look, slight contact. If he'll try to fix his damage, he'll take the wave round if he does get one. I don't think he will. Ooh, we'll roll some quick ads while these guys are doing this. as we are back here at Auto Club. Looks like 70 did get it wave around. He'll have to come down pit road very quick. I don't know if he'll be able to make it down pit road here. Yep, no. He's not going to be able to make it down pit road, so he's just going to have to hope for a very, very quick caution, as he is going to be out on tires here. But 720 actually jumps up there. What happened to the 38? He's all the way back here. Looks like he might have had a bad pit stop here. The green flag's in the air. New Biggin leads him to green. Here he gets a good jump over that field right there on the start. One caution so far. Racing's been pretty good, but they're going to get a little bit more crazy here. Drivers want to go at each other currently. You see them bounce off each other. They're almost 4 wide now. The 70, 31, 29. They go bail out of it. I thought they were going to go 4 wide there for just a second. We got the 20 loose on the bottom. He almost, oh, there's a huge crash now. Everybody's in it. That is a lot of trucks involved in this wreck. Oh, my Lord. That is a lot of people there. Have to see what happened here. That was some hard contact. It may have started with the 20 here. Don't think he was the cause of it. Nope. So what looks like happens here is, I'll slow it down here too. So 20 is on the apron. 83 sees that. Thinks the 20 is going to overcorrect. Comes up into the 27. Just nicks the, actually slams the 88. 83 goes hard into the wall. So the 70 just squeaks by. 31 has nowhere to go. 38 has nowhere to go. Like 38 or 30 got it. 31 got the least damage of that, kind of, it seemed, from all that. 569 just shoots through it. But 93 has nowhere to go either. Believe the biggest gainer from that could very well be the 70 of Brian Knoll. He can come down pit road, get his damage fixed, get some new tires. So just as he needed a caution, no, one sprouts up and he takes it. So it's not a bad thing that happened to him there. He's pretty lucky. Someone's trying to look at all this stuff here. I will need to look at some of these. Looks like we're going to have some people coming down pit road. Maybe playing a little bit of a tire strategy here. I can see them doing that. Possibly. Looks like it's Brian, Matthew, Joseph, Zachary, Gabriel, and Stu. Some of those drivers were involved in the wreck. Pretty hard contact for the 83. Gabriel was in it. 88 was in it. He barely got clipped. 93 was in it also. These guys are all in it. So some of these nights will probably be over for some of them. Just some hard contact overall on it. It's going to break a lot of drivers' hearts for sure. They're not going to be happy with that. You know, you really can't blame them. You're out this early in the, or well, actually not this early. It's pretty late in the race, but you still don't want to be taken out. That's for sure. Which it wasn't intentional. 83 just thought the 20 was going to overcorrect, as that's a pretty common thing to see drivers do when you're on the bottom like that. You think that it's going to be overcorrected from the driver, but he was able to keep it down low, and he actually gets away with that pretty well. Got a lot of people sitting in pit road currently, just fixing stuff. I'm just looking to find some camera packs. Will these 7 come down pit road? Oh, he's going to fake him out here. It's like 70. He's out and away. He fixed the damage that he could. Oh, he's still... That spoiler's still not good, though. That's going to slow him down a lot. See if Lights got in the pace car. Yep, they go out. So they'll be going green this time by. Second caution. Back-to-back cautions, but kind of a reaction from the 83. Nothing that he could have really done. It's not anything intentional. Just thought that car was going to come and wreck up on him. Got somebody through the grass here. Who is that? It's like, I heard somebody going, it's the third. Oh, what has happened to the 30 here? Maybe his monitor has died, possibly. I'm not completely sure what happened to him right there. That was very odd from Matthew right there. I think it's the only thing that could have happened. I don't really know. It's weird. Green here. Douglas, Doug. There's 2 Dougs here. It's kind of confusing. That's not what I want to see. I want to see gap here, but it's going to definitely shrink the field a lot. This is going to take a lot of drivers out of contention in this race. I think it might be the 7's race leads. He might have a chance to go back to back here. They all get a good start. Douglas gets a new one. I'll just call Doug that's in first. Douglas. Doug will be the second driver in the 40 truck right there from that Denise Designs. That is actually, he designed that truck. It's a pretty good paint scheme. Blue is my favorite color, so I was definitely have some bias. 88 still trucking on. He's got some heavy damage. I think he's got some, yeah, he's definitely got engine damage. He is really slow. 17 looks like he's got some side damage. Not hurt too terribly, but everybody's going to be throwing a big train up here. Running side by side. Most of this, I don't see them really doing anything too drastic currently. I'll ask somebody here a question really quickly. I believe I know their answer to this question already. I'll just have to look quickly. Just want to clear it up, but this is a new face up front, or not up front, sorry. New faces up here battling. Got the 40, 20, 29, 87, 75. These guys are all in contention. Zimmerman can very well win this. Also, he's just kind of hanging on to his group here. The 70 looks like he's got, I don't know if that damage is too much on the 70. It's on his spoiler, so that's going to be holding him back. I don't think he has a chance to win this. I think it'll be incredibly hard for him if he has a chance. But, I mean, yeah. I've counted people out. I call a dude in the Ghost League Houdini, guys named Christopher Tate. I don't know how he does what he does, but he always manages to amaze me. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Tate, man. Come on, dude. There's no way you should be able to do what he is, but you know, he always does it. And it's amazing how that man can drive. It really is. I put something in the trash. I sent no. Trying to look up this really quick. Sorry, y'all. 7. Oh, looks like we've got drivers going at it up here. 20 and the 40 going at it. I think the 20 is trying to get under the 40. He's going to try to side drive. I believe he has a teammate behind him. No, he does in the 29. I'm assuming that they're teammates. Yeah, they are. Top Gun Racing. Saw the rear end of their trucks for just half a second. Make sure that they were, but everybody's going to try to wrap the bottom. Currently, as this track is weird, you can run multiple different lanes. So you can kind of run top, high, bottom. It's top and high, the same thing. You can kind of run in the middle too. It's not the ideal lane for sure. But it looks like everybody's kind of running that bottom, wrapping it as they're catching a little bit of a draft from the 7. I think they all realize that. The 20's looking at the 40. You can tell him he's just looking. He's trying to go under him. I think he's deciding, man, it's 25 laps to go. As you see that run that they got there before that camera cut, they had a massive run on him. He was probably going to catch him. As I think they realized that, man, if we just keep doing this, we'll eventually get him. I think we'll eventually catch him. And we'll have a shot to, you know, take this victory home. As, yep, you can see that 40 gained a load of time on him. Gained a lot. 20 goes up the track. Maybe got loose there. A little bit loose, like his teammates coming to help him now. The 29, he's trying to get to his quarter panel. He just can't get there. Just not close enough. He's ever so close. I just want to touch it, man. I just want to touch it, as Kyle Petty would say. Right there on him. He's just trying to just barely grab it. 88, I believe he does have some front end damage, but valiant effort by him. He's probably get a top 10 at least here at 20. I think these drivers realize, no, we shove each other. We can go get this 7, man. We can just work together. As I know, this 7 I've been in this position sometimes too. Draft heavy tracks. You're like, oh no, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Oh, 40, not clear of the 29, or 20, or sorry, 20 trying to get around the 40. Not clear of him just yet. Trying to get there, goes to the outside of him. He's kind of in the preferred lane almost, I'd say. As a 40, he's going to get in there a little deep. Try to slide in front of the 20. Can't do it. 20's just there enough on his quarter panel. He can't get up. Seven. He's kind of in a weird position too. He got to kind of break the draft from these guys, but I don't know. He wants to start pulling away for sure. He doesn't want to have somebody breathing down his neck and having to worry about these guys. But him seeing these guys go side by side is definitely what he wants to see for sure. He's kind of switching between which driver gets the draft. So some drivers are like, come on, man, just stay in front of me. No, stay in front of me. And then he's just kind of switching lanes. And drivers are getting the draft at different times. He's kind of keeping them pretty much even, I'd say, at this point. Not letting one person get ahead of the other. Seven is definitely in probably the best position that he could be in currently at this point. These guys are going at it. Looks like we got some guys in the pits. 27's in the pits. 31 and the 83 are pretty much calling it a night. That 569, I don't think he came in last race. He must be a new racer here. That 93 with the damage, that's some pretty heavy front end damage too. Oh my, how is he running like that? He's got a pretty beat in front end. But he's hanging with these guys. You can see his hood's crumpled up. Front end of his car is... Oh, he actually rubs the wall as soon as I'm talking about it. That's not good. So as soon as I start talking about a driver, he goes in the wall. Wow. Come on, man. But he was a lap truck. But 20 finally got around the 40. Got to go chasing down that 7 now. He's got a chance. But being such a draft-heavy track, he's kind of got it to his liking. He can kind of stay right behind somebody. That 7, he's trying to wrap the bottom. We'll actually go on board with the 7 here for 2 laps, and we'll switch to the... Oh, what? Look, he might have gotten looser. He might just be trying to break the draft here. I think that's what he's trying to do more than anything. He doesn't want that 20 behind him. He wants him to get out of his wake. That 20 is able to really gain on him, but we'll go on board when they get to the start-finish line with the 7 for 2 laps. We'll go to the 20, and then the 40, as these guys are going to go back at the 40, really gets it in there deep. He actually slides up in front of the 20. He gets the pass done. Did not expect that. We'll go on board with the 7 now. Wrapping that bottom for sure, trying to keep his truck down there. Lost some position here on him. Looks like actually, well, I'm actually on the camera. It looks like he entered a little shallow. He might have saw the 20 to his outside. But these guys got to work together now. Got to go catch Doug Newbiggin. Because if they don't, their chances of winning are pretty much down the drain. You see they're actually, yep, they're going to shove each other. That 20 is giving the 40 a really good shove. More of an arrow shove than anything. So I might be getting some camera packs from a fellow broadcaster over at Core Racing Network as a 7 caught the apron there. That was almost bad. We saw driver earlier nip the apron. That almost sent him around. He's able to realize that. I know he probably had a brown pants moment there. That could have been terrible for him. That was almost bad for Douglas Newbiggins. Trying to see how close he is on that white line. He is trying to get as low as he can down there. That was almost very bad for him. I'm surprised he was able to save that, but he got to 70, 93 or all. Down to 77, he is kind of in no man's land at this point. So he's got nobody with him to help him. Okay, in a weird spot. It's a lap truck, 569 going down below him, so he's probably not going to deal with him. But looks like these guys are kind of stalled out catching Doug Newbiggin up here currently. They're not gaining much. They're not doing much currently, but 19 to go. They could be saving their tires just a little bit, and they do have numbers. Draft. They could maybe set up a draft with 10 to go, and then you got to be on your horse. You got to be really trying to catch the guy in front of you, because if you aren't, that's not going to be good. I'll tell you that much, bud. You're going to be in a very, very difficult position to do that. So while they're doing this, I will ask SDK if there is anybody who can. I believe that's not a off topic here. But we got the 20 and the 40 going back at it again. I believe that was, yep, that was the right one that I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure. But these guys back here, they're going to have to sort it out. The 20 is going to have to get the 29's bumper. The 29 is going to have to get to the 40's bumper. They're going to have to draft each other. That's the only choice that they've got at this point. But that 7, ever so slightly, just nipping away, pulling ahead just a little bit. And he wants to see these guys go side by side. That's slowing them down. That's making it more difficult to catch him. So he definitely likes seeing this in his rearview mirror. I know it's probably driving these two absolutely insane, knowing that they're doing this and they're seeing that leader just slip from their grasp. I've done something to my shoulder here. That is not a good feeling in it. Saying that, I have dislocated my shoulder twice. That's probably the most painful thing I'll tell you. Well, actually, a calf cramp probably is. I've had some calf cramps that have came from Satan himself. I don't know where they came from, but oh my gosh, they've literally taken me to the ground. That's just something, that's an off-topic thing. But these guys, they're going to have to draft, and that's really the only choice that they've got. There is no other one at this point. Hopefully they do start doing that a little bit more. It's like, oh, they lost a lot of time there, surprisingly. 29, it was almost outside of the 40. I think the 7's running down that low on the track to not let these guys catch a draft, even if there is a small chance at the gap that he has. There pretty much is no chance for him to catch it, but he still doesn't want to risk it for them. I have to see. So 75 back here. He's behind the 17, as I will actually issue a public apology to Brandon Zimmerman. At Michigan last week, he had a spin, and at that time, my co-commentator thought that it was a sabotage move by him. I looked at it, and my input was that was not a sabotage move. He's just trying to drive it. I've done that multiple times too. You're just trying to drive it off the corner. And he just put too much wheel into it, got too much throttle downshifted, and just made the wheel spin. So He could have had it saved, but he was just trying to drive out of it. But my commentator at that, or my co-commentator at the point, took it as sabotage, kind of ran with that, and I believe that does need an apology. It was not a self-spin by him. I know the owners of that team were not too happy, and I was not too happy when I got a DM from one of them, knowing that, well, wasn't mad about the DM, just mad about, what happened with Brandon, because obviously he didn't do that on purpose. I knew he hadn't done it on purpose. He was issued an apology from the co-commentator, so hopefully everything's good with him and the guy that's watching the race here, if he is after it, if you all go back and watch it. So, Brandon, I am sorry about my co-commentator jumping to that conclusion. I did say that it did not look like a self-spin from your point of view. So I know that because I do a lot of racing. At that point, it's kind of weird. You're kind of panicking at that point. You're trying to get back going, and you really don't think what you're doing sometimes. So you just probably got on the throttle a little bit too hard and just kind of basically finished yourself off. And you didn't mean to it. Didn't mean to do it. So I knew that. I knew that it was just a racing thing because I do so many races. So I've kind of gotten used to how drivers drive, and we make mistakes every now and then. We don't think about what we're doing. Which I'm not saying that you didn't think about what you're doing. It's just when you're in that point, you're wrecking. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna try to save this truck and drive out of it. But you did not. It was definitely not a sabotage from my point of view. Because I knew what had exactly went down. I can't remember what I exactly said word for word, but I did know that you were just trying to minimize the damage and get back rolling. You just ended up looping it. No harm, no foul to anybody at all. So I'm very, very sorry that my co-commentator, just hopped to that conclusion there. So 88 has some heavy damage. He's got some damage. I'm surprised he's on the track still. Let's see. Well, actually, I'm going to go in car. See how bad his damage is. Yep, he is pegged to the floor. He can't go any faster than this. So he's got some heavy damage, that's for sure. But that 7, he's basically left these guys in the dust. 40 and 29 have been going back and forth at each other for probably about the last 20-ish laps, I'd say. One of them gets past each other, and then they go right past each other again, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. You're just like, okay, I can't do anything at that point. It's just kind of difficult for those drivers currently. Somebody might have blinked out there. Might have saw a ghost of somebody. We are Ghost Racing Networks, that would definitely fit in. This is burning my arm. Oh my lord! I was working on my car and I tried to heat up a pipe. Set the heat gun down. Didn't realize it was right next to my arm, and I put my elbow on it, or a little bit above my elbow. Had no clue it was there, and just kind of barely burnt my skin. It's kind of healing right now, and it's not too comfortable. That's for sure. The driver's back here. These guys called it a night. Yep, looks like these guys are out of the race. So 4 drivers will not finish this race. See those drivers sitting in the pits. Won't finish. Thurber is RC, of course, so he's done a pretty good job. Only had to really throw 2 cautions. He's not having any cautions to throw at these tracks, luckily. But I think these guys have pretty much kind of thrown away their chance of getting new big, and it looks like he's going to repeat back-to-back. I believe that's an extra $50 for him tonight, so he's going to enjoy that for sure. I want to make sure these are correct here. Definitely want to look at this. Making some notes. So that's 7. This man can drive a truck, I'll tell you that much. I'm not a truck person. I don't like trucks. I don't like watching them on TV. Now, well, actually, I take that back. Parker Kligerman, he runs for the local team where I'm from. I watched when he races, and he always does good. He's small team, big win is what I have one of his shirts that said, called Henderson Motorsports. Very, very small, only 1 full-time employee. They always got to point that out. But, it's not a team that gets kicked around. They come up there, and they put a truck that can win sometimes. And it's very fun to watch Parker go up there and kind of manhandle some of those big funded trucks. It's always fun to see that. And when they had that day that he won his race, I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I think Parker Kligerman's going to win this race. And then when he did, I was like, oh my gosh, the local team just won. That's probably really cool. Live about 15 minutes from their building in Abingdon, Virginia, right next to the animal hospital, or close to the animal hospital. Same road that our hospital is on down there, actually, for the humans. To make sure people didn't think it was there were two hospitals in one spot. I should not have deleted all these. I messed up here. Should not have done that. That was not a good idea. Like I've lost my... Oh no. Lost the code to something. I got to get it back here very quickly. Oh no. No. Oh crap. I will need to get a tracking number for this again. Yep, there it is. But this 7, man, just been winning it. I mean, he's just been up front the whole time. He's not had to worry about anything, really. Had to deal with three restarts. One start the race, and 2 other cautions came out. 20's trying to go under the 40 now. So he might have switched up the 20 and the 29 on accident. These 2 run such similar paint schemes, just a different area where the gold is. One has a gold front end, one has a black front end. So I very well could have got those 2 confused. I think I did. Oh, the 20's just not... Oh, he puts the... Oh, actually, 40 kind of put himself in the wall there. He's not going to be happy with that move for sure, but the 40... I think he made a little bit of a preemptive move up there. Goes in the wall. I think the 20 was giving him room. He definitely didn't give him a lot, though. So I think he was kind of already kind of worried, as I do the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, please do not come up anymore, man. I don't want to have to deal with that. But this 7, he's put on a stomp at New Hampshire. He's put on another stomping ground here at Auto Club. This could very well be back-to-back wins for him. First back-to-back that I've saw here so far. And that'd be something cool to see. I've never saw it. Well, actually, I have gone back-to-back wins in leagues, but not back-to-back in the same night. That'd be something pretty cool to see if he's able to pull that off here. He's only got to go around 2 more times, and he'll have it done. Ooh, excuse me. So, make sure here. I will tell it to do this here. Yep. That's why we want to hold it at. And see what this is at here. But Doug, I keep wanting to say Doug. There's 2 Douglases in here, so it's kind of confusing. But Doug Newbiggin, the night that he's had is just amazing, pretty much. He's not faced any challenges here. White flag is in the air. He pretty much has this win sealed away. He can run half throttle, and he can take this win home. He can probably even let this 70 stay on the lead lap, but I think he's going to take him down a lap. Yep. No mercy for the Roasted Jim's coffee truck. Oh, what has happened here? Did he get loot, or is he just doing that for fun? I think he might be doing that for fun. Don't think he scraped the wall. We'll have to see yet. Looks like he might be doing that for fun there. That's the only thing I can think of. You got a 2-second lead. Might as well do it. As he's got to be careful. He's about to wreck himself. Got on the apron there. But Douglas Newbiggin, out of 3 and 4, he will repeat here tonight at the Sim Racer Hub Challenge. Dominates at New Hampshire, and then dominates at Auto Club. Michael Groen Jr. will come home 3rd. Michael Groen Jr. 2nd. Joey Okupin 3rd. Doug Denise 4th. And Brandon Zimmerman, he will come home 5th. Drivers, Doug just dominated that race. I mean, he truly just dominated that race from start to finish. Repeats what he did at New Hampshire. Just little to no challenge is really what he just incurred there. Nothing Nothing. Just not a thing that he had to do there. Make sure that this is going through. It's not. This is weird. Watch him burn it down here. I believe he's bringing home the extra $5, or not 55, $50. I think that's what he gets for winning back-to-back races. First back-to-back race winner here so far. And there's some Racer Hub Challenge. So he did very, very good tonight. He just dominated. I mean, that's really the only thing that can be said with the race tonight. That's truly the only thing that can go through his mind at this point, I believe. He'll burn it down again. Man, you might as well. You know, you're already doing it. Let's go have some fun with it, man. Let it burn. Let it burn. He's gonna actually do it. Park it in victory lane. Not all tracks have a victory lane in the infield, but he's gonna leave it there. I will pull up the finishing order here. Just a dominating race from Douglas Newbiggin. We'll bring in the third place driver and Joey Okapin. As he is not in here. Uh-oh. We will bring in the 29 of Michael Grant Jr. actually instead. Hey, Michael, this is Bryson's booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so you come home second. You and the 40 pretty much had to race each other side by side, and that probably let the 7 pull away. But you come home second. You know, how did the race go from you from the drop of the green flag to the white flag, or sorry, the checkered flag?
Yeah, that 40 truck was pretty wide, pretty tough to get around, and that's what Douglas just kind of drove away from there. But yeah, I lost the lead pack early on and caught that caution, and then was just lucky to get through that wreck for the second caution, and just kind of hung out and knew it was going to be tough to beat the 7 truck, but we got around the 40, came home with a P2, which is a good bounce back from New Hampshire. Thought I had a chance to win there and ended up in a little bit of an incident, but I'll take P2.
Yeah. Second's better than finishing, dead last for sure. That's definitely something that you can be proud of. I mean, especially knowing that you're able to bounce back after New Hampshire, which New Hampshire was harsh on some drivers. I think that 7 week I think tonight was his night, but you didn't do bad overall in a second out of, I believe, 16 drivers that raced here tonight. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank? Anybody want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I forgot to thank the league. I want to thank Gabe and Clinton for putting this on. Good guys, great league to be in. I want to thank you guys as well for giving us a broadcast, something for people to watch, and allowing us to put on a show.
Yeah, man, it's always fun to do this, but 2 back-to-back races. But you did good. You did good tonight. Hopefully next week, you can move up one position and take home the win at, who knows, one track. Maybe you can do both. That'd be something cool to see. But good second place finish tonight, man. I will let you go now.
Yeah, thank you.
As that was Michael Garone. Or sorry, not Michael Garone. That was him. Joey Okapin, he now just hopped in the Discord. I will bring him in now. Bring him in now. I can't speak now. Hey, Joseph, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, so you come home third. Not a bad finish. You and that 40, I know we're having to go at it. He was kind of being Ryan Newman on the track, just racing y'all hard for that position. But, how did the race go from the drop of the green flag to the checkered for you?
Race went pretty well. I didn't qualify the best, so started out towards the back, but setup was decent with what we can do, obviously. Just kind of had to be patient, make sure I just hit my mark lap after lap, not overdo the tires. And so hopefully we could just pick off some spots towards the end of the run. Didn't figure we'd see a lot of caution flags, and I guess I was pretty right about that for the most part.
Yeah, man, only 2 cautions came out. That second caution did take out a fair amount of drivers, but you were able to come home third. Where did you finish at New Hampshire? I was not completely sure because I know that some drivers had a rough first race. I know Michael had a rough first race. How did your New Hampshire race go? Not,
Uh,
not,
I
oh,
I
yeah.
actually missed the first race.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
couldn't-
because I looked in there and I was like, I don't remember seeing you last race.
Yep, I've had to miss the first race the last 2 weeks just because of other priorities. But glad I got to make it to the second one at least and get a good result.
Yeah, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Anybody want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Nah, I just hope everyone saw a good race and enjoyed it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good third place finish. Hopefully, you can move up 2 positions next week and take home a win.
Thank you.
As that was Joseph Okapin. We will bring in the race winner and Douglas Newbiggin. Hey, Douglas, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, so somebody needs to sound the bells like they do in Dawsonville for Chase Elliott for you because you just swept the whole night, won both races back to back. How does that make you feel, man?
Pretty good. Definitely finally got that 2-win in a row night. I thought it was going to be Michigan last week, but, that crap happened. And bring it home tonight, but dominant both tracks, really, I thought. So bring momentum for the rest of the season, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much out front from the start, didn't have to deal with anybody else. And once you got out front, I was like, yeah, this man's probably going to sweep the race. And you did. You dominated New Hampshire, and you go and dominate Auto Club. How do you feel about your chances next week at these tracks that are coming up now?
Which Homestead in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, that is Homestead and Las Vegas Oval. That's where we will be at next week.
So, I mean, Homestead, that's actually one of my favorite tracks. That's the worst part. I'm really good at tire saving that, or I feel very confident at that track. But Las Vegas, I'm like iffy at. Sometimes I'm fast, sometimes I'm not. Just depends on the setup, time of day. I mean, I definitely do think I could easily get a top 3 in Las Vegas if it comes down to it. But I'll take whatever I could get there. I'm not going to go in there expecting a win because I know there's a lot of fast people still in this league that easily tonight I could have lost to a handful of them easily at Auto Club. Even though I had that lead the whole race, I mean they were still always on me given that pressure. So
yeah, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to shout out? Anybody or any sponsors you want to thank that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
yeah, Roast Gems Coffee, of course, best coffee on the planet and even in the world. Really, Galaxy too. I doubt aliens have coffee, but Lucky Ducks 15% off. JC Concepts, RC stuff. You're into the RC cars, that's where you want to go. Simwrapmarket.com, this paint design-ish thing. Shea Designs, Lucky Duck Motorsports, love those guys. Those guys were a lot of fun always racing with them and being in the chat with them. So yeah, hopefully and then you guys broadcasting it. I was peeking at some clips my buddies were telling me about the broadcast, and it's always great to rewatch you guys and and for putting this whole league together. I mean, I'm happy that I get $50 richer because I won both races tonight, and hopefully that's not the last time I'll get my $50. So
yeah, man. But good race overall. I will let you go. Hopefully, I'll see you dominate next week. But good luck next week, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Like I said, I'm expecting to be up here every week, and if not, I got 6 polls in a row, so we're gonna go for 8 next week. That's gonna be a plan.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
As that was Douglas Newbiggin. He just dominated both races. I mean, that's really all that can be said at this point. Nobody could really touch him, and that's really what it comes down to. He was just too fast. He was like Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, even though he wasn't shaking and baking with anybody really. But I mean, he just dominated both races. Really swept the field at New Hampshire. Then comes the Auto Club, backs it up, wins again, wins both races tonight, gets $50 on top of that. He said Homestead's one of the better tracks. So he's going to enjoy that for sure. So do we see him go back to back to back to back next week? Can he get 4 wins in a row in this league? That'll be something to see. But if y'all are still watching, or if you're watching this, as a replay and just looking back at the end of the race, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription here at Ghost Racing Network, liking the video, sharing it, checking out our Facebook, anything will help. Use code 10GHOST at w.com or w.gg for 10% off your order of energy drink mix that we are sponsored by. But I will let you all go after I run some of these quick ads. Hope y'all have a good night because I am drained. I have class tomorrow, so that'll be fun. But y'all have a great night.